All right, welcome back. It's Rodney Fulmer again with the Functional Movement video series. Today we're going to be talking about core training, core development, and that is the abdominal cage, the muscles that protect the spine, things of that nature. So what we want to focus on are simple movements that you can do at your house. You really don't need any apparatus involved. We are going to bring one in, and I'll explain that here in just a second. But for all intents and purposes, you can do this, like I say, in the luxury of your own home. If you're traveling, you can do it in a hotel room, and you aren't needing a whole lot to do these. Cool. Well, let's see what we have in store. Take a look at some of the movements, and I'll be describing them as we go. So here we're about to see Julie doing an ab mat sit-up, going very slow and controlled. And I'm about to discuss exactly how you use these. So when we work the abdominal core, when we do our sit-ups, we're going to be using an apparatus that is called an ab mat. Now, the reason that I institute these into my facility and into my programming is because it allows you to A, support the lower back, but also B, it allows you to get a full extension in the abdominal core when you are on the lay down position. If you're just doing a crunch, you're crunching and crunching and crunching, and it's really forming the musculature in a shortened state. When you work biceps, when you work any full range of motion in your back movements and in your shoulder movements, leg movements, you want to work full range of motion in them. Why would you not want to do it in your abdominal work? So this is going to allow you to engage in full extension and then allow for full contraction. All right, here we have an ab mat. You'll see this one is labeled with Rogue Fitness, but ab mat is the apparatus that we're using, and from the side you can see that it has got a higher side and a lower side. Okay, it's flat on the bottom. Where you'll be sitting is on this side. So your lower back will go right up against here. This area right here supports your lumbar. And then you just lay down this way. Now the key point that I like to focus on is that we keep our hips on the ground as we extend ourselves over this mat, as we are laying down on top of the mat. So what happens if you don't have an ab mat? It's okay, no problem. This actually stemmed from an idea of bolstering your lower back with a towel. So as you can see, you can just roll up a general towel, sit here, roll over it. You don't have that down ramp, but that's okay. You just need this bolster below your lower back and to give you the support there. Same principle can be applied wherever you're at. Just need a towel, okay? Cool. If you don't have a towel, I guess roll up dirty clothes. I don't care. So here we see the placement of the ab mat at the lower back. I peel myself over it. I'm flat on the ground. I'm going to extend my hands over my head, come up and touch my feet. Peel myself over the ab mat, come up and touch the feet. I've got my lower back still there. And what I don't want to do is this. I don't want to buck the hips up to raise myself up. I want to control myself up just like this. Peel yourself over. And again, here we see Julie doing the exact same thing. I don't want to use momentum because I don't want to have any movement at the lower back position. That'll cause some friction, might cause a little rubbing in the lower back area. And basically you're not using what you need to use. So peel yourself over. You can see it very well right there. And you just peel yourself back up. Now you can use your arms as momentum to get you going if you don't have enough strength through the abdominals just yet. But that'll come, and what you can really work on immediately is the peeling back down. So from here we go into the movement called a plank, and we're going to see Mitch. He's in a perfect elbow plank right there. I'm going to show you that's a good posture, and what I'm focusing on is his hip area and the flexion that he has in his back. This flattened out is okay. What we don't want to do is let some sag into the posture just like that. That's not how you want to do this, okay? Another version that we have is just a push-up plank position. And again, we see the posture of the hips. We've got that locked in. And what that means is that your core is tight right there. You have control over your core, and we don't want to lose that. Here you see, like I say, the comparison of the push-up to the elbow. Very simple. Leg raises are next, and we're going to see different variations that we can do this in. Knees bent, knees straight, hand placement. We're going to go over all these different various ways. This one is pretty much the most extreme, long lever and using a bench, and we're holding on to something. But if we don't have a bench, we lay down on the ground. We start with just one leg raising it up, then the other one. You see her hands are flat, placed on the flat on the ground, or she can place them behind her lower back to give a little bit of stability there. Regardless, simple movement, one leg up, one leg down. Just like that. Cool. Now, this is going to work more with the lower abdominals, and it's seldomly hit when we do most ab work. This is showing two legs coming up at the same time. Again, the hands can be parked underneath the lower back or out to the side, whichever way feels most comfortable to you. Regardless, what I want to do here is I want to hammer my stomach, my belly button down to the ground. One leg at a time, touch and go. Not committing to the ground with the active leg or active legs. And then we have bringing the knees to the chest or halfway to the chest or just slightly up. And then here we're going back to the long lever, which is a little bit more difficult, but something you can advance to. And again, here we are just bringing the knees up with a bent leg. And you'll see I am committing to the ground between each rep. I can advance this up a little bit, still maintaining the movement, but right here I'm just kind of touching and going. I'm keeping tension on the abdominals. Again, what I want to concentrate on is hammering my midsection down to the ground, whatever posture you're doing, be it straight leg, bent leg, whatever. Really want to hammer that stomach into the ground. It really supports the lower back, okay? Your hands are actually, you can use those as tactile cues. If you feel your lower back against your hands, then that means you're probably in the right posture, a good, safe posture when you do any of these movements. All right? Cool.